I think so.
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes,
Yes,
hold on.
sir.
We're going to get
Okay.
started here in just a minute. We're just waiting for everybody to log on. In the meantime, I ask that y'all please put your devices on mute.
Could you put you on mute, please?
If your device does not indicate your name at this time, if you can go and put your name so we can see that it says who you are. If you do not know how to do that, that's fine. I will put it for you when I call your case. So we're
But it should be on there.
we're just waiting for some people to log in.
Whenever it's your turn, either he's going to unmute.
Excuse me, Judge. Hello, Judge, can you hear me?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Today's date is July 12, 2023. The time is approximately 10:16 a.m. And we are on the record. My name is Tony Gonzalez. I'm the judge of the Roxtown Municipal Court. I want to thank you folks for being here today. A lot more people were summoned to show up and they did not show up. You folks did. And I want you to know that the court appreciates that. Today's docket consists of an arraignment docket and a show cause docket, okay? An arraignment docket, all that means is that you're here for the first time to answer to your violation. You received a citation or you received a notice, and this is gonna be the first time you appear in court to answer to that violation. The show cause docket, that means you've already been to court or you've already been to the windows, you've entered in a plea of guilty or no contest. You were ordered to do something, you weren't able to fulfill your obligation, and you're now here before the court to answer as to why it has not been done, okay? So we will go with the arraignments first, and then we'll go with the show cause after that. So the way the arraignments, the way that's gonna work is I'm gonna call your case. When you hear your case called, I'm going to ask you to unmute your device. I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand and I'm going to swear you in. After I swear you in, I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with. And then I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are essentially the same thing, in that I will find you guilty and then go to the sentencing portion of the case. If you plead not guilty, then the case will be set for a pretrial. And if you are unable to resolve your case at that time, then your case will be set for trial. It's going to be your choice whether you want a trial before a jury or a trial before the court, which would be me, okay? So getting back to, if you plead guilty or no contest, let me tell you the difference between those two. When you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is that you're not admitting to the charges. You're not saying you did it. You're not saying you didn't do it. You're just not contesting the matter. But what you are telling the court is that there is enough evidence before the court to substantiate a finding of guilt. So either a plea of guilty or a plea of no contest. Once again, I will find you guilty. We'll go to the sentencing portion of the case. At the sentencing portion, and all that means is that's where I'm going to decide what the fine is going to be and anything else that I may want to order. At that point in the process, if there's anything you want to tell me, anything you want me to consider, that's the time to do it, okay? A lot of times people come to this part of the process, to the arraignment, and they're ready to tell me, the judge, why they shouldn't have received a ticket, or, that they had a valid defense or they had a valid excuse. And right now is not the time for that, right? The only time I can hear anything regarding the facts of the case is at the trial of the case, or once again, if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest. After that, if there's anything you want to tell me, you can tell me whatever you want and I will consider it, okay? So at the sentencing portion, there's a number of things I can do, from finding you guilty and just issuing a straight out conviction, which in some cases, that's all I can do, to putting you on what's called deferred disposition, which is a type of probation where you don't have to go to a probation officer, but if you do what I ask you to do and you pay what I ask you to pay and don't get any other violations within a certain time period, the case will get dismissed, okay? In other circumstances, if I feel that you qualify for the driving safety course program, I will offer it to you at that time, okay? All right, that being said, there's some things that I need to let you know. The fines in these cases, which are all Class C misdemeanors, the fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you, because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Okay, does everyone understand these rights? Okay, some other things I need to let you know. If I order a fine and court costs and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are alternative means to payment, okay? If you find yourself in that situation, there is an application that you can fill out. You just request it from the clerks at the front windows, or you can call the court. You fill out that application. I will have a hearing on the matter, and if you qualify, I can order you an extended payment plan, which means a payment plan beyond 30 days. I can put you on, I can order community service, or I can do a combination of those things. The point being is, just because you are unable to pay, there are other ways to meet your obligation. You just got to talk to me. You got to let me know, okay? If you are not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest and a finding of guilt could affect your status in the United States. If you find yourself in this situation, I strongly recommend you consult an attorney. Finally, there are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain charges. For instance, driving without insurance could result in surcharges from the state of Texas. If you have a question whether your particular charge could result in consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. Okay, that being said, once again, this is a court of record. Everything that is being said here today is being recorded on the court's recording system. In addition, we are conducting these hearings on Zoom, and the proceedings are being broadcast live on the court's YouTube channel, okay? All right, any questions before I get started? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call the first case. Court calls number 2302001242, State of Texas versus Josh Luis Graciano. Josh Luis Graciano. Court calls number 2302001728, State of Texas versus Amanda Lee Hill. Amanda Hill.
Yes, I'm right here. I'm sorry.
Okay, I need, I don't see you.
Hold on. Okay.
Okay, so let me go ahead and put your name on there. Okay, Ms. Hill, can you please raise your right hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help.
Yes, sir.
You are Amanda Lee Hill?
Correct.
Ms. Hill, you can put your hand down, Ms. Hill. You are charged with the offense of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on May 31st, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of telling an individual by the name of Stacy Garza, if you weren't pregnant right now, I would kick your ass. Okay, that is the accusation. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes.
And do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay. As to the charge of assault by threat alleged to have occurred on or about May 31st, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Court will accept your plea of not guilty. Ms. Hill, if you have to have a trial on this, do you want a trial before the court or a trial in front of the jury?
Jury would be fine.
Okay, Ms. Hill, let me just go ahead and verify your address. Are you still at 1801 Bosque Street, apartment 58?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I need a good phone number, please.
But all my mail goes to a PO box. I don't know if you need that.
Yes, I need that.
It's PO Box 922. And that's here in Robstown.
And a good phone number, please.
361-726-8184.
Okay, Ms. Hill. So what I need you to do now is before 5 o'clock today, or at the latest tomorrow, I need you to come by the Robstown Municipal Court located at City Hall on Main Street to sign off on your not guilty plea paperwork. Okay, that's very important, and I just need everybody to understand. Without doing that, if you don't show up and sign off on your paperwork or call the court and make arrangements for them to you, it will be as if you did not show up today, and a warrant for your arrest will go out. Okay. So that's very important that you do. So just before 5 o'clock today, Ms. Hill, or by the latest tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
You have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you're excused. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
For cause number 2302001726, State of Texas versus Eric Mijares. Eric Mijares. Court cause number 2302001739, State of Texas versus Devin Pennick. Devin Pennick. Court cause number 2302001741, State of Texas versus Jared Reese. Mr. Reese.
I'm here. Yeah, my bad.
Please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes, sir.
You are Jared Reese?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Reese, how old are you?
20.
Okay. Mr. Reese, you are charged with the offense of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on or about June 9, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused by David Ramirez punching and pushing him, causing him to feel pain. Are you aware of that charge?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of assault by contact alleged to have occurred on or about June 9, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
The court will accept your plea of not guilty. Mr. Reese, if it's necessary for you to have a trial on this matter, do you want a trial before the court or a trial in front of the jury?
I'll say court.
Okay, Mr. Reese. Let me just verify your address. Are you still at 10702 IH 37 apartment 46A?
I actually moved out here to Robstown.
Okay, can I have a good address for you, please?
Yes, sir. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
1234 Dakota Street.
1234
Yes, sir.
Dakota Street.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
7380.
Yes, sir. And let me get a good phone number for you, please.
361 695 671
Six what?
71
Give me the last four numbers.
6071.
607. Perfect. Okay, Mr. Reese, once again, I just need you to come by the Robstown Municipal Court before 5 o'clock today to sign off on your plea paperwork at the latest tomorrow, okay?
Okay, is it okay if I stay in here so I can chat with you after or no?
Not really, Mr. Reese. Once again, if it's regarding your case, I cannot talk to you
Okay. Yes, sir.
regarding your case, okay? But, you're gonna get, just so you know, you're gonna get notice of a pretrial. At that pretrial, the prosecutor representing the state of Texas, he's gonna be here. And you'll be able to talk to him regarding your case, anything you want him to consider at that time, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Reese, you're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cause number 2302001727, State of Texas versus Jonathan Valdez. Jonathan Valdez. Cause number 2302001239, State of Texas versus Crystal Sanchez. Crystal Sanchez. Court calls cause number 2302001742, State of Texas versus Charlene Garcia.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Garcia. You raise your right hand. Do you
What was that?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You are Charlene Garcia?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Garcia, before I go forward, I'm required by law to read to you the following admonishment. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 USC section 922 G9 or section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Okay, Ms. Garcia. So you're being charged with assault by contact, family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about June 9, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of hitting Robert Garcia multiple times. Are you aware of that charge?
I'm aware.
And do you understand it?
I do.
As to the charge of assault of family violence alleged to have occurred on or about June 9, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead no contest.
Court will accept your plea of no contest. Ms. Garcia, who's this? Who's Robert Garcia to you?
Brother?
Y'all live in the same house?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all friends now?
Yeah, I guess you can say.
I mean, in other words, are y'all good with each other now?
Yes.
I mean, we're not going to get any other calls out there where y'all are fighting, are we?
No, sir.
Let's see here. Okay. All right, Ms. Garcia, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest, find you guilty, and I'm going to 2 days deferred disposition. We have a fine of $215, cost of $81, total of $296. You also are required 4 hours of anger management online. Regarding the $296, Ms. Garcia, by when can you pay that?
Either Thursday or Friday.
Okay. I'm going to put on here Friday, okay?
Okay.
That is the 14th.
Yes, sir.
Now, for whatever reason, Ms. Garcia, that you're unable to do that, you got to come talk to us, okay? That
Yes,
way
sir.
We'll work something out, okay?
Okay.
With regards to the anger management, when you come in and sign off on your paperwork on your plea, the clerks will tell you where you can go online to do that, okay?
Okay.
So I just need you to come by the court no later than 5 o'clock today, at the latest tomorrow, to sign off on that. And I just need to confirm that you are, your address, are you still at 300 East Avenue C?
Yes, sir.
And can I get a good phone number, please?
361-752-0405.
Okay, Ms. Garcia, you have any?
No, sir.
You are excused and you have a good.
Thank you. You too.
Court calls number 2302-001745, State of Texas versus Carlos Zorola Jr. Court calls number 2302-001744, State of Texas versus Savannah Herrera. Court calls number 2302-001743, State of Texas versus Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia. All right, that concludes the arraignment docket. Now we're going to go to the show cause docket. Okay. Court calls number 2207-003634, State of Texas versus Aaron Aguirre.
Sure.
All right, Mr. Aguirre. It looks like I placed you on deferred disposition a while back. And you weren't able to fulfill your obligation on that. So at this time, I'm issuing a final judgment. But it looks like you're also requesting you went ahead and filed an application for time payment extension and or community service. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not working at this time, Mr. Aguirre?
No, sir, not at the moment.
When's the last time you worked?
I'm gonna say maybe about 6-7 months ago.
I'm going to find that you do in fact qualify. You have an outstanding balance of 296. What do you want to do, Mr. Aida? How do you want to take care of this? What can you do a month?
What's the minimum that I would require? I mean, I can afford at least maybe $30-$40 a month.
I usually require $50 a month.
Okay.
That will have you paid off in about 6 months. So so if I do 6 months, it's $49.33 a month.
Okay.
Usually I have these payments begin on the 15th day of the month, Mr. Aguirre. That's going to be next week. Can you do that, or do I need to do it to the 1st?
Can we wait till the first?
So it'll begin August 1st. Okay, Mr. Aguirre, I need you to come by the court today before 5 o'clock to sign off on this payment schedule order so you can get a copy, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. Court calls number 220-700-4545, 220-700-4546, State of Texas versus Mark Elizondo.
Over here, but I'm gonna turn my camera.
Okay, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, you can put your hand down. It looks like you're asking for an extension of the deferral period.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because I paid 200. I don't know if it was a month ago or I think my remaining balance is 262.
Okay.
And I just wanted to see if I could get a little bit of extended time.
Okay, by when can you pay that?
Because I don't know if you could get me to the 1st and
What if I
pay.
get till August 15th? That's
Yeah,
about,
I think that should be fine.
you can do that?
Yeah.
All right. Know this, like I'm only allowed to do up to a certain date and you're really close to that deadline. So you need to get this paid off by then, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Elizondo, I just need you to come by the Rob Summit Municipal Court before 5 o'clock today to sign off on these extensions.
All right, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Court calls numbers 1506-C039, 1511-C052, 1602-001352, 1603-C008, 1606-003665, 1207-00099, 1207-00100, 1506-C039. Okay, that's the same ones. State of Texas versus John Morales. Please raise your right hand. You need to take yourself off of mute.
Okay, there we go. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. You are John Morales.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Morales, you are here on an application for time payment extension and/or community service regarding total outstanding fines and fees of $1,885.20. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
And you filled out an application, correct?
Yes, sir. But I don't know if I was doing it correctly. Yes, that's me.
And is that your signature?
Yep, that's me.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Morales, it looks like you're employed,
Mm-hmm.
making about $2,400 a month.
Correct.
You're showing monthly bills of a little bit over $1,000 a month.
That is correct. That's also, is that including my child support as well, Your Honor?
I don't know what that includes. I'm just going
Oh,
by
okay.
what's on here. But that leaves you about $1,400 a month in disposable income, according to this.
Nah, I probably didn't feel it right, Your Honor. Because I also pay $600 every month for both my daughters.
Okay, so that leaves you about $800 a month in disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to do with this?
I need to pay it. I need to pay it ASAP as soon as possible. Because I just finished paying off one in Corpus, and I just knocked off 1,000 from there, so I could give you $100 every paycheck now. Now that, cause I was dividing 50-50, one went to one went to the other. But now that I'm done with the Corpus, I could do 100 a month.
Yeah, I normally don't like to do payment plans that go beyond a year. And if I do 12 months on this, you're looking at 157 a month.
Yeah, I'm trying. Because I live in Bayside, and so community service will be kind of difficult for me from going from here in Bayside back and forth.
Yeah. Well, the fact that you have a job and you've got disposable income, I wouldn't be inclined to do community service.
Yeah. But even
But I can work with you on a payment. So let me see here.
well, whatever I could, whatever you want me to pay, I'll pay it. Because like I said, I ain't trying to go back to jail. I'm too old for that. And
No, I mean, I'm not sending you to jail on this. I mean, these are Class C misdemeanors.
yeah, but you know
This does affect, I'll allow you to do $100 a month, okay? That's, you should be paid off in about 19 months. If you can give extra, that'll help you out.
Oh yeah, of course, I'll give extra.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, fine. Ready for any of them yet. Okay, Mr. Morales, so your total payment per month actually comes out to $99.20. Because what I have to do, I divided each one of these, what's owed on each one of these cases by 19.
Mhm.
So for instance, like on one of them, it's $11.26 a month, 26 cents a month. Another one's $3.47 a month. Another one's $1.89 a month. The other one is $16.83 a month. The other one is $23.67. The other one is $17.62, and the other one's $24.46. But if you add it all up, it's $99.20. So if you come give $100 a month, you should have everything done.
Yeah,
by
but
the-
usually, I'm sorry, usually how I have it broken down is that first check, I pay all the bills on the first check of the month, and then the second check, I use that for splurging. So most likely I'll give a 50 on the first check of the month, and then another 100 on the second when I have a little bit more money on the end.
It's however you want to do it, so long as it's paid by the first of the month, okay?
Yeah, I got paid. Yeah, but that's the only way I'll be able to pay it down slowly but surely. But I gotta give extra.
So what I need you to do, I know you're not from here, you need to call the court.
Mhm.
When we get off of the phone here, at some point today, so they can make arrangements with you too, because you need to sign off on this agreement, okay?
Okay.
Any questions for me?
No, sir. I'll go ahead and call him right now.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's fine. Who's the mom and I know who the child is. Okay, I need y'all both to stand up here. For future reference, son, don't ever come to a courtroom in shorts. Okay, normally I've made people from the valley leave and go find proper attire because it's not allowed. Okay, that's okay. I'm just letting y'all know for future reference, okay? All right, can I have y'all both please raise your right hands? Y'all still swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, let me have your name, sir. Okay, Elias, and ma'am, can you please state your name? Ms. Rosales, you are his biological mother, correct? And is that your signature on that document? Okay, all right. All right, now I'm gonna have y'all stand back because we have everything's recorded. Stand behind that microphone, anywhere behind that little microphone right there, so I can take down what you're saying, okay? All right, so we're here on what's called an arraignment. That means you're here for the first time to answer to your violation, all right? Everything that's heard in this court, they're Class C misdemeanors. There's no chance of jail time in these types of cases. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed because there's no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you stand there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. You understand these rights? Okay. Some other things I need to let you know. There are consequences beyond this courtroom on certain charges. For instance, one example that I use is if you're caught without insurance, not only will you be subject to whatever happens to you in this court, the state of Texas could require surcharges from you where they charge you, right? I have nothing to do with that. If you have a question whether this particular charge has any type of consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, or if I find you guilty, or if you have a trial and you're found guilty, then as a minor, you are entitled, once you do everything you're supposed to do, to request an expungement of your record if that's something that you want to do. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. If I order a fine in court costs and you are unable to meet that obligation, there's other ways to do that, right? A lot of times with minors, what I'll do, I'll have them do community service to fulfill any type of obligation we have. So that's something you feel you want to do, you just let me know. All right. The way this is going to work right now, I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with. And then I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. When you plead no contest, what you're telling the court is you're not saying you did it. You're not saying you didn't do it. You're not admitting to anything. You're just not contesting it. Okay. But what you are telling the court is that there is enough evidence before the court at this time to substantiate a finding of guilt. Okay. If you plead not guilty, then what's going to happen is I'm going to set you up for what's called a pretrial. At the pretrial, there will be a prosecutor representing the state of Texas that will be sitting at that chair, and you will have an opportunity to talk to him regarding your case. It's at that time, anything you want to discuss, if you feel that you were wrongly accused, you're not at fault, you have a valid excuse, it's at that time that's who you talk to, because the prosecutor is the one who brings the case on behalf of the state of Texas. It's not me, the judge. I'm not bringing this case. What I do as a judge, I sit here, I listen to evidence, right? So the only time I can talk to you regarding your case, there's two instances. When we're in trial, I can listen to what you have to say regarding the case. If you choose to testify, I can listen to the witnesses. And then I get to decide if I'm the one deciding, right? Because you have a choice, whether it's a jury or the judge. But at that time, I can listen to the case. And then if I'm the one deciding, I can decide based on what I hear. If you enter a plea of no contest or a plea of guilty, after that, you can tell me whatever you want before I issue a sentence, right? I can consider anything you want to tell me before I issue the sentence. Okay. So I'm going to ask you in a minute if you have any questions, okay? Because I know it looks like you do. Those are the rights that you have. If you haven't now, let me ask him first. Do you have any questions right now? Okay, Mom, I know you do. Yes, ma'am.
There were so many kids that were involved in, I want to say that he took the responsibility of what happened for whatever reason, so, I mean, God willing, I mean, you could just give him a second chance and you think, I mean.
And once again, like I'm saying is like, if he feels like, you know, that he's not at fault for this, or it wasn't his, or okay, hold on, okay. I just want to make it clear, okay, that he has the absolute right to plead not guilty, right? And talk to the prosecutor. And the prosecutor, I can tell you, he's real reasonable. I mean, he defends people when he's not doing this, right? He's a defense attorney. He represents people like that come into this courtroom. And if you talk to him and if he feels, you know what, it wasn't fair that he's the one that got charged. Hold on real quick, okay? Then he has the ability to recommend dismissal of the case if he so chooses, right? If you want him to consider the fact that he just got over cancer, he has the ability to do all, right? No, I know. Me, what I'm gonna do, if you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, I'm gonna find you guilty, and then I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do regarding punishment, right? So I'm not allowed to dismiss cases, right? Okay, it's okay. It's go ahead. I don't know. I don't know what the charge is yet. I'm about to read it for the first time and look at it right now. Okay. So I just need I got all these other things I got to tell you before I do this. Okay. So any other questions before we do this? Okay, now. Okay, so Mr. Rivera, you are charged with the offense of possession of drug paraphernalia, which in this case is possession of a vape pen alleged to have occurred on or about June 21st, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge? You understand it? Okay. As to the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, to wit, a vape pen, as to that charge, how do you plead? Okay. The court will accept your plea of no contest. Now we can get into all kinds of discussions, okay? Okay. Well, tell me what happened. Now you can tell me whatever you want. Tell me how this came about, what happened.
The guidance of how to about was called out. And that was a good thing because prior to that, I had worked with my son, both of them, to go filming home. And there was fights and the lifeguards weren't doing what they needed to do. They were front facing, checking on each other by the diving board, they weren't paying attention to everything. So when the fight broke out, I called the police and said, I was never gonna go there again. They were unprofessional, there needs to be an adult there and so on and so forth. So when this situation happened, the police went out, which was a good thing. But when I got there, the chief of police, I don't remember his name, he was the one that really knew some of the situation. There was smoking, there was people in class, people not in class, they let people leave. And I mean, my son was one of the ones that stayed there, and I mean, I didn't know my heart that it was going to took, the responsibility of what happened, but that's fine. Nevertheless, like I said, there's some that left and some that stayed where he is, ended up being to the jail there. But getting booked in for a little while until I was able to take him out.
Here at the Robstown PD? The pen that they found you with, yes, was it a vape pen or it was just like nicotine? Well, they could have charged him with minor in possession of tobacco, right? Which I tell you is probably worse than the paraphernalia charge, because once I get into the tobacco part, there's a lot more things you gotta do. A vape pen could be considered a paraphernalia, right? Because cannabis is smoked out of vape pens, right? So technically it could be that. But neither here nor there. I mean, what I'm gonna do with him is he's not gonna, if he does what I ask him to do, he's not gonna have a conviction, right? It'll get dismissed. But I want to take this time to talk about vape pens because I am a strong advocate against them because my own son was addicted and is addicted to nicotine because of vaping. And he hasn't vaped or smoked in about a month because he suffered a collapsed lung, which I am convinced is because of the vaping. We don't know enough about these devices. There's a lot that we don't know, not only what chemicals they put in there, but I guarantee you here in the future, it's going to be coming out just like every other products like asbestos and cigarettes, right? When people started smoking cigarettes in the beginning, no one knew they caused cancer. Not till way decades later did they find that out. Well, I'm convinced it's going to be the same thing with vaping. It's going to come out in the future that it's causing all these health problems. And I've seen it firsthand. My son is 21 years old and he suffered a collapsed lung. He can, thank God, it's a blessing in disguise because the doctor told him you can never vape or smoke anything, put any kind of smoke in your lungs. Because I hope you never had any desire to go scuba diving because that's something you can never try or do. So I'm a very, very much against those devices. Okay, and I hope you're still young. And I hope, I hope you're not addicted now. Because I know how hard it is. Those things are 20 times worse than cigarettes. The amount of nicotine you get in your system. And it's a really bad addiction. And I blame the manufacturers of these devices. I don't blame the kids because they are marketed towards kids, right? And it's a bad thing. Anyway, I wanted to say my 2 cents, and I hope that you do not ever do anything like that. But what I'm going to do, Elias, is I'm going to place you on 90 days deferred disposition. What that means is don't get in trouble for 90 days, okay? Normally, there would be a fine of $230 and cost of $76 for a total of $306, okay? I'm lowering this, but you're not having to pay anything, okay? Just let me do this, okay? So the fine is $100, costs are $76, okay? For a total of $176 instead of $306, okay? Now, I will allow you to do that on community service, right? What's owed. So, I mean, if you want to pay and not have to do community service, that's up to you. But I'm of the opinion that, Mom, you're not the one who went and put that vape pipe in his hand. You didn't put him in that situation, so why should you have to pay? But he may have his own money. He may not want to have to go do community service. He may just want to pay it, okay? I'm going to leave that up to y'all. I don't know what you want to do. You want to do community service or do you want to pay it? Okay, you're going to pay it. Okay. The other thing I'm going to make you do is you're going to do a online, because you were charged with drug paraphernalia, even though you're telling me it was vaping, but I have to order a online drug awareness course. It's still a good course. It makes you aware of a lot of things. Okay, so you got to do the drug awareness course. Okay. And do all that. Don't get in trouble in 90 days. And the case will get dismissed. This goes out the window. You get a conviction. Okay. You don't want to get in trouble in 90 days. Okay. All right. Any questions? you're gonna go up to the front, no, I think it's like $30, I think. I'm not sure. Everything's about money. I'm sorry to say that, but it is. If y'all go up to the front windows, they'll take care of you, okay? Yeah, no, get whatever you need to get, okay? No, I know. No. No, and you know what? I'm very happy for you, okay? That's a big achievement. I come from, both my parents had cancer, and I thank God they're cancer-free right now, but I know it's an ordeal, and I hope you remain cancer-free. Okay, y'all have a good day. He wasn't in my pile, or maybe he was. Oh, homeless, okay. Yeah, go ahead and have the Bosques, I mean, the Bennett courts coming up. Morning. I'm gonna go with Mr. Benincourt's first, okay? So you can have a seat. And Mr. Benincourt, you can sit on this chair. That way you're not standing up, okay? No, you can sit. It's gonna be him first, okay? Right there. You can sit on that chair right there. Oh, Monday? No, that's why I'm saying for you to sit down. You don't have to stand up. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call calls number 2302-001746. State of Texas versus, or City of Robstown versus Maximo Betancourt. Mr. Betancourt, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Okay. You are Maximo Betancourt? Okay, Mr. Betancourt, before I go any further, there's certain rights I need to let you know. And Ms. Betancourt, if you can listen to these two, because when I call your case, it's going to be the same thing. The cases that are heard out of this court are Class C misdemeanors. The fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury. You can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. But an attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standards as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. Okay, I understand these rights. Okay, other things I need to let you know, if I issue a fine in court cost and you are unable to meet that financial obligation, there are other ways to meet that obligation. You can do community service, you can do an extended payment plan, or a combination of those things. In addition, if there might be consequences beyond this courtroom on certain charges, if you have a question whether your particular charge has consequences beyond this courtroom, I strongly suggest you consult an attorney. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to let you know what you're being charged with, Mr. Betancourt, and then I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have three choices: guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you enter a plea of guilty or no contest, I will find you guilty and then go to the sentencing portion of the case. If you enter a plea of not guilty, then you'll have an opportunity to speak to the prosecutor. The prosecutor who represents the city of Robstown, his name is Epi Sasi. If you enter a plea of not guilty, you will have an opportunity to meet with him on a pretrial date and discuss your case with him, okay? A lot of times people come in on today's, it's a process, right? The whole court thing is a process. The first part of it is this part where you answer to your charges. A lot of times people come in this day and they want to talk to the judge and tell them their side of the story. I can't do that unless there's a trial. That's when I can listen to the facts. Or if you enter a plea of no contest or a plea of guilty before I do the sentencing, you can tell me whatever you want. Okay, so those are the only two instances. Okay, any questions, Mr. Betancourt? Okay, Mr. Betancourt, you are charged with violating section 6.05.002 of the Robstown Code of City Ordinances, which has to do with the duties of owner, leasing, or person in charge of land, where they are accusing you of having trash, debris, and solid waste on your property that are a fire hazard. Are you aware of that charge? And you understand it? Okay, Mr. Betancourt, as to the charge of violating Robstown City Ordinance Section 6.05.002, alleged to have occurred on June 21st, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead? The court will accept your plea of guilty. Before I go into sentencing, Mr. Betancourt, is there anything you want to let me know? Yeah, I think it was your wife that was charged the last time, back in May. Let me ask you this, Mr. Betancourt, because yours is 423 Washington, right? That's y'all's address? Because that's what this is for. So this was not regarding the property that y'all were here on the last time. So this is a separate property. We've never been here before on this one. No, this is the first time. this is the first time we're here on this particular property. What address do y'all live at? Y'all live at 423. So this is 423. Okay. So I don't think y'all been here before on this property. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Yeah, the thing is, Mr. Bennycourt, he's going to keep on until it's done. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. And me as the judge, I got to follow the law. Right. I mean, you got to find something or somebody, or I don't know if you've got relatives that might be able to help you out, but you know, they're going to keep, you're on the radar, you know, and they're going to keep checking on it. And it's just something that needs to be done. So all I can do is encourage you and hope and you know, hope you can find somebody to get it done. Okay. So that being said, Mr. Bencourt, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find you guilty. It's going to be, I'm also going to do deferred disposition. 90 days deferred disposition. It's going to be a fine of $110 and cost of $81 for a total of $191. When can you get that paid off, Mr. Bencourt? I'm going to give you 30 days. I mean, if you pay it today, that's fine. But I'll give you 30 days. That way, no estás apuro, you know. I mean, you can get it done. Okay. Okay, Mr. Bencourt. I mean, I feel for your situation, and I know it's hard, but you got to understand they've got a mission here. They're trying to get people cleaned up, and really this is their only way of doing it. I wish I had a group of volunteers that I could send to your house to go and do it, but I don't. So. No, and I totally understand that, Mr. Bencourt, and that's why I'm not doing the maximum. Like I can give $500 fines on these things, and I'm not doing that right now, right? But I know they're going to keep on, okay, and you just got to find a way to somehow get it done. I mean, there's individuals that you can pay to do it. They'll go in there and they'll, you know, I think even if you get it in some kind of orderly way, you know. And they may have cases in there, because I know this new individual that they hired, he's not even from here. So it's not like he has connections to, I mean, his job is, they told him, we want to clean up the town. And that's what he's doing. So, I mean, he may be on them también, right? And they just may not be doing it for whatever reason, but he may be on them also. I don't know, right? I only see what comes before my court. So you know, he may very well be, you know, telling them the same thing, just to let y'all know. Okay, Mr. Bencourt, then if you'll go, ahorita when we finish with Ms. Bencourt, y'all just go to the front windows and you sign off on the documents, okay? Ms. Bencourt, you're next. And you can stay sitting there. You don't have to get up. Court calls number 23020001747. State of Texas versus Rosario Bettencourt. Ms. Bettencourt, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, you can put your hand up. You are Rosario Bettencourt, correct? Ms. Bettencourt, you are charged with violating section 6.05.002 of the Robstown Code of Ordinances that has to do once again with having debris and whatnot on your yard. Okay, are you aware of that charge? And you understand it? Okay, Ms. Bettencourt. As to the charge of violating section 6.05.002 the Robstown Code of City Ordinances on or about June 6, 2023 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead? Well, I know you were on deferred disposition and I remember talking to y'all, and I don't know if I said, you think you can have this cleaned up in 60 days or can you have it cleaned? I don't remember. If that's the case, Ms. Bettencourt, you may want to plead not guilty, right? Because that's an issue. You know what? Let me do this. We're going. I'm going to continue this. I'm going to continue this matter for 1 month. Okay. That way, if it's cleaned up by then it's moot. Okay, it's moot. So yeah. So what I'll do, I'm going to continue this for 1 month, and then you'll come back and if it's cleaned up, then okay. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna continue it for 30 days. You'll get a notice in the mail, okay? Okay. Any questions? Okay. Once again, I hope you folks are able to get this resolved. I totally understand your situation. You know, I know it's hard enough for people that are young to do that, much less for individuals like yourself. But you know, maybe there's somebody you can hire. I know there's a lot of, you know, these young guys out there that'll clean up your yard and they don't even charge a whole lot of money. You know, they're just looking to earn a little bit of money, you know. It's better to pay them than to pay these fines, right? No, I understand, but I just want to kind of, you need to kind of make it a priority because I don't want y'all to be in here having to deal with this, okay? Okay, all right, I'm gonna have y'all go to the front, okay? Thank you. Come on in, sir. You can go right there by that chair. Yes, sir. Court calls cause number 23020011740, State of Texas versus Juan Bosquez Jr. Mr. Bosquez, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, you can you can put your hand down, you can have a seat right there. You are Juan Bosquez Jr.? Okay, Mr. Bosquez, you are being charged with disorderly conduct, violating section 8.03.002. I guess it has to deal with playing music too loud. Well, that's not what this is regarding. Yeah, this is regarding a noise complaint. Yeah. Okay, hold on. We're not going to talk about it right now. I'm just letting you know some things, okay? Okay, so you know what, now you know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. And this was being played between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. on March 26, 2023. Are you aware of that, George? No. That's the ordinance. You're not allowed to play loud music between 10 at night and 6 in the morning. Okay, but you're aware of what you're being accused of. The incident, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. And the person who put that complaint, his name is Raul Reina. Okay. All right. So before I'm gonna kind of let you know what the process is here. Okay, Mr. Reina. Every case that's heard out of this court, they're Class C misdemeanors. The fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. An attorney can help you understand the law, can help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are innocent until proven guilty. You understand these rights? Okay. You also, if you were to enter a plea of guilty or no contest, and I find you guilty and order a fine in court cost, if you are unable to meet that obligation, there's other ways to do it by either community service or an extended payment plan. But the point is that if you find yourself in that situation, just let me know. Okay. No, I get it. And if you find yourself, and we don't know what we're going to do yet. I don't even know what you're going to do yet. But let's go ahead. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to ask you, how do you plead? You're going to have 3 choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. When you plead not guilty, the case will be set for trial, and you can speak to a prosecutor regarding your case to try to resolve it. If you plead guilty or no contest, then I'm going to find you guilty and go to the sentencing portion of the case. Sentencing portion, all that means is that's where I tell you, what the fine is, what the court cost is. If you plead no contest, that's the same thing as pleading guilty, because I'll find you guilty, but what you're telling the court is you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're just not admitting it. But what you are telling the court is that there's enough evidence before the court to substantiate a finding of guilt. Okay? Okay. No, and that's fine. So any questions before I go further? Okay, Mr. Bosquez. So as to the charge of disorderly conduct, to wit, playing loud music in violation of section 8.03.002 of the Robstown Code of City Ordinances, as to that charge, how do you plead? Well, You can enter a plea of no contest. That's where you're not contesting it. Let me see what this says. Okay, let me see what this, is he your neighbor? So this neighbor of yours said that you were in your truck and you approached him and.
I got out of the truck and he got on the car seat and he reported that he said, "I never did step on the ground and nothing." And he did it on purpose. You know, I confirmed him and he said, "What did you tell me? You want to talk to my wife?"
So how long have you known him? Did y'all used to be friends?
My grandma and his dad, but that second cousin was on my dad, I knew
So when did things start to go sideways?
anytime I had I was barbecue, and I like barbecue, and my music, I knew, I in the back, but what I did, I got the window in the truck. Like, the other, he came to my house and told me, well, let's take the time and let that, well, I knew, yeah. And so I would assume that the weekends are, it's well, right. You have to cut it down, you can go to. Now, you told me I'm going to go, it was right there. My father was in this, I just had to see him, you know. What happens, but I know it's fully.
Okay, well, you know now that he's gonna be calling the police every time, so don't.
I don't like it. And they would. I know it's a good, I mean, it's maybe 5 to 2 years.
Okay, so.
But you know what, I don't know about it, I know it's amazing, because he does it, I know there's wrong with that, I took it down, but you know, you see parties with good company, and I know, I know it's called, you know, regularly, you want to do it, it's kind of like, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, Mr. Bosques. Okay. So that you don't get a conviction, I'm gonna do 90 days. It's called deferred disposition. If you do what I ask you to do and pay what I ask you to pay in 90 days, don't get any other charges, the case gets dismissed. The fine, the fine, Mr. Bosques, is normally $140, and the court costs are normally $76 for a total of $216. I'm gonna lower the fine. I'm gonna lower the fine to $25. Okay, and then there's nothing I can do about the court cost, right? Because that's set by the state. The court costs are still 76, but it's a total of $101 instead of $216. I mean, just you know, it makes me sad that that's going on between y'all. Y'all are neighbors, and you know, if you're like me, I mean, I'm from Robstown, and you know, the guys I grew up with still live on the block where my mom and my dad live, and I've known them my entire life. So, you know, I can imagine that's the way you guys are, you know. Oh, hold on, look. Yeah. Just stay away from them and just keep your music down. Yeah. Well, you know what? You just keep on being you, but 10 o'clock, you can't play the music. Okay, if you go to the front desk, they'll take care of you. Okay, Mr. Vasquez? You can pay it right now. Yes, sir. Thank you. You have a good day. Okay. You know what? When you go to the windows, they can look that up for you. Okay. No, you should reset her for the next one because it's over. Yeah, I lowered it.